Good, beautiful morning, everybody. Welcome to a brand new day and welcome to a brand new moment. Today I have with me the energy of my guardian angel, John, who wanted to talk about the concept that the truth is found in the unknown, as people tend to look for the truth only in the world of what they know. Most of you only look for the truth in what you already know, which essentially means that the truth is only based on what you know. But I want to say to you that all that you know is very small in comparison to what you do not know. And you have this incredible ability to move into the realm of what you do not know with your consciousness. And that in the realm of the unknown, all other possibilities, all information, all truth, all love, all wisdom, all knowledge exists in the realm of what you do not know. And the question that you may be wondering, how then do you get to know what you do not know? How is that possible? And the most important step in this regard is to be willing to let go of what you know, to deliberately and intentionally learn how to silence your mind. Many of you have been led to believe that is not possible. And I'm here to say that it is entirely possible for you to quiet your mind. And in the stillness of your mind, you move into the realm of the unknown, not the unknowable, the unknown. In the space of not knowing, you are open to receiving what you do not know, what is not harbored in your mind, and what you remember and what you anticipate, as so many of you find yourselves struggling with what you know, seeking to know from what you know what you need to know that you do not know. And getting to that place in consciousness where your awareness is able to gain access to information you do not know requires that you be able to silence the mind, to quiet the thinking computer, the memorization system, the operant conditioning put into you. In the realm of the unknown, that is where you will find the information that you seek that you think you do not possess. Every one of you has access to the information that you do not know. And as strange as that might sound, the only reason you do not know what you do not know is because you are so attached to what you know. And the truth of what you need to know is not so much in what you have been taught. There can be many valuable ideas and much sound, beneficial information for your mind and your body and your creative process and for survival in this world in what you already have been given to know. But everything else you need to get beyond where you are from where you know you are requires that you gain access to information and knowledge that you do not know. That takes you outside of the box of your familiarity. That lets you step into the realm of the infinite information, what many of you have come to know as the Akashic record, where all information resides and is available to you. Each and every one of you has access to this place, to this space, to this time. Every one of you, in the stilling of your mind, you will find the door will open, the place where you can ask and receive. And the difficulty some of you have, even when you get your mind quiet enough that you might be able to hear, you will try to assess what you hear from what you know. That is, you will get an idea, a new idea, and then you will take what you know and you will evaluate and apply what you know against what you do not know, therefore changing the new information and altering the truth of it. But in being able to consciously, energetically commune with information that you do not know, to bring your mind into a place of stillness where it is not distracting you, where the flesh is not distracting you, where this earthly self is put into a state of abeyance, so that you, beautiful soul, can hear. You are a soul, a spirit of universal light and love. A soul is what you are. The mind and body merely the instrument that you use while in the fabric of creation of this physical dimension. But that there's this realm of existence in which you live and move and have your being that is not just bound and based upon the confines of thought and flesh, but based in the infinite potential of creation and understanding and comprehension and information that you can access by bringing your mind to a place of stillness, bringing your attention away from the distraction of your senses. And in that place where both mind and body are gently and lovingly put aside, in that place you can begin to experience the vast and infinite spectrum of stillness in which all information exists for the asking. Many of you are thinking about problems you have in your life, and suddenly an idea comes to you that you did not think about before. And from where did that idea come? It came from the infinite place, the place outside of what you know. Any new idea or inspiration comes from the place of not knowing. It comes into you and you observe it and you go, what a great idea. Many of you had this happen. Sometimes you have it happen every day. And this is a very good thing. It means that you have not closed the door completely to not knowing. It means you are open to knowing what you do not know. And in that place of not knowing, all else becomes possible to you. I have been with this one since he was very young. It's only been recent that he's awakened to this realm of information of which I speak to you about now, that you can get your mind and you can get your body to be in a place where they're not interfering with and interrupting the communication you can have with the infinite, with the all-loving, with the all-knowing, with the all-powerful. And that is not to acquire power or to make yourself more or better than others. It's to give you the functional understanding of what is your function of purpose in this dimension of the physical realm. What is your function in the dimension of creation of the mental realm? What is your function of creation? In coming to an understanding of the function of creation, you put yourself into a position where you are awakened. You're no longer subjective to what you've been told to think is all you can know. The realms of your sciences are limited to what they know. The forward wave, what many of you call the leading edge of these things, are the space that clumsily seems to be able to occasionally access what is not known. And someone says, we have a new innovation in this science. It did not come from what they knew. It came from what was not known. But the foundation of what is known can certainly put you in a position where you can reach high enough to grasp what is not known. And so when you put yourself in a position where your mind and body are quiet and peaceful, you set up a a foundation on which you stand as consciousness, able to reach into the spectrum of the infinite at will, in any moment, in any hour, in any time, to educate your mind and body into silence, to being open and receptive. And each and every living soul in this dimension of creation, human or otherwise, has the potential to be open and receptive to this information that is eternal and everlasting. It is the foundational place of all creation. All innovation, transformation, and change that occurs in the dimension in which you find yourself existing is a direct result of one who touches the hand of the infinite. Like you're Michelangelo and you see the two fingers, the known and the unknown, touching. The infinite and the finite touching. And in any moment where you place your mind in stillness and you're undistracted by the senses of your body, in that moment your awareness, like a finger, reaches up and touches the infinite. At least you have that opportunity to do that. If you are seeking change in your life, you will not find it from what you already know, because what you already know is the foundation of what you are experiencing your life as right now. And being unaware of how then do you quiet your mind and body down that you can reach into the realm of the infinite and the knowledge of the unknown. Yes, the unknown is the place of all things that are not known, but from which you may pull into this existence what can become known. All creation and innovation in your life is a product of your tapping into or touching briefly even that place of the unknown. It is not magical or mysterious. It is simply there. It simply is there. At all points of time and space, you have available to you an infinite spectrum of wisdom and knowledge that you may learn to align your consciousness to in any endeavor, in any field you would choose. Many of you find yourself choosing fields that you thought would enliven you and excite you, and you find yourself unfulfilled. It is because you're in the known realm of that field. Your greatest innovative individuals on this planet are in a field of their passion, but able to tap into realms of information just slightly beyond what is known by everybody else, and you call them geniuses. Those ones that can tap into and access the realms of the infinite spectrum of information and bring it into the mind and into the body and act it as innovation and invention and creation in this physical dimension. But they are no more special in this ability than you are, except that you have not been given the pathway, the way towards how you get your mind quiet enough that you can hear other than what you have in your mind, as many of you are trying to solve your problems from within the confines of what you know. Your emotional, your mental, your financial, your personal considerations in your life, struggling because you're stuck in the realm of what you know. You do not know what you do not know. So how can you change what you know if you're simply working with what you know? You're simply recycling the same problem, the same situation, the same variations on the same theme, unable then to gain a functional change or leap forward. And so you find yourself repeating the same challenges over and over and over again, and some of you for many lifetimes. And it does not have to be such a prolonged or protracted process. You can train your mind. You can train your mind into stillness. You can train your body into stillness, that it is not caught up in the sounds and the smells and the touches and the tastes. You can extract yourself from being subjective to the mind and body sufficiently enough that you can open the pathway back to the infinite, back to the limitless knowledge and wisdom available to each and every one of you that every problem that you could possibly conceive of has a solution in the realm of the information outside of what you know. And so I came through this one today, as I have many times, to simply let you know that it is time, if you wish to change the same thing happening again and again and again and again for so many lifetimes, you must learn to go into the unknown. And that might be difficult for some minds to conceive. Well, how can what I don't know help my life? Because what you know is the source of your life as it is right now. What you know, what you believe, what you think, what you've been taught is the foundation on which you stand in the midst of your life right now. And only what you know is a product of what you are experiencing. And until you introduce something new to what you know, you will simply experience what you know. And it's fun to watch some of you occasionally go, I wonder if I could make something different happen here. And for a slight moment, for a brief instant, a solution comes and a little bit of change happens. It's a very slow process. Trying to struggle with to figure out what you don't know from what you do know, it's almost impossible for some of you. And it makes change a very long and tedious process when you have to consider that many of you will go through lifetimes trying to get your consciousness back into alignment with the infinite possibilities that are available to you. And only a handful of you on the planet at this time are currently do this, as this is true on many other planetary systems where the function of the infinite is restricted to but a few who have gleaned or stumbled upon the fountain of infinite youthful information. You have these stories about the fountain of youth, which is limitless information, knowledge, and wisdom. You see, you are the fountain of youth, your mind and body, but the instruments through which you manifest your conditions of your consciousness. And getting your consciousness realigned to the infinite, to the immortal, the endless information allows you to produce and manifest changes more consciously, deliberately, as easily and unconsciously as you manifest different bodies in different lifetimes. And many of you do that very unconsciously, finding yourselves in a lifetime and going, meeting people in events and circumstances, it feels like I've done this before, because you have. But you're living the same cycle of information, variations and combinations on a theme, of course. But many of you are reliving and re-experiencing the same conditions again and again in not only this lifetime, but often in many lifetimes, not understanding how to step outside of the realm of the known to introduce the realm of information of the unknown so as to manifest change that is dynamic and exciting and powerful. It is your nature to be dynamic, exciting, and powerful. Your true nature, not the nature of your mind and body that has been made up by this world, by the limits of others whose limits limit others. And you think that the acquisition of more money and more wealth and more powerful gives you more life. It gives you more comfort, but it certainly does not give you more life. There's a difference between life and comfort. But to truly embark on the journey of the unknown, this is what will make the journey far more exciting, the unknown. And so I will reiterate one little element here, that it is possible for you that is hearing these words now to train your mind into stillness, to be silent, to be open, to be receptive. The vessel must be open and receptive for you to introduce or bring into flesh, into mind, new ideas and new information. If you stay in the realm of what you know, the door to the unknown will remain closed. The door to the infinite remains closed. The statement, be still and know I am God, was very precise in its comprehensive understanding of this truth. That when you can get your mind and body undisturbed and undistracted, and they're in stillness and silence in that moment, that silence, that is where you can hear the voice of the unknown. That is where you can experience the limitless flow of endless information and knowledge and truth in whatever endeavor you would choose to pursue, whether it be the sciences or the healings. You can gain access to that realm of information by understanding that you can establish that function both in mind and body deliberately and intentionally, that you are not your thoughts, you are not the body. They are simply instruments that have been given to you, mostly a used instrument because much of the information in your mind was given to you by your environment, so you really did not have much choice, did you? That you inherited a lot of information that you did not choose consciously, which simply just poured into your vessel. And you find yourself swimming around in it, wanting to get out of it, many of you. You are already out of it. You simply have to know how to understand that, how to train both mind and body into the function of stillness, that you can begin to hear what you do not know. So in the realm of the unknown, the truth will be found. That the truth is that which will set you free. It's the truth is information beyond what you know that will allow you to change functionally the conditions of both your mind and your existing environmental manifestations. But if you choose to remain struggling with what you know and trying to find a way to reorchestrate what you already know to create something new, you will simply create variations on the same theme. The same relationships happening again and again, finding yourself in the same situations repeatedly again and again, because you are in a loop of the known. And to get out of the loop of the known, you must get into the information of the unknown and be able to receive and draw that down into your physical dimension. And this is all I had come to say with you today. I'm certainly open to receiving questions that might be, of course, beneficial for you and others to hear. If you are open and receptive to what you do not know, then you will certainly grow. Thank you, John. So for those of you that want to know, John has been with me consciously. The first time I ever encountered John was when I was 20 years of age, and I was standing on a bridge in Toronto called the Bloor Viaduct, before they had all that stuff to prevent people from jumping. And it was almost 44 years ago. 44 years ago this October, in fact. And he, as I was about to jump off the bridge, spoke to me and said, "Stop, get off the bridge." And I'm standing on the ledge of the bridge, and I'm looking around to try and see if anybody's around me. There's nobody there. He said, "Get down off the bridge. Go to the payphone. Call this phone number and ask for this man." And I couldn't say no to that because I was in a very desperate place. I was pleading as I was about to put my foot over that bridge and ready to jump over, more like fall over. I simply said, if there's anybody or anything that could help, please do that. It changed my life. 6 years ago, when this whole dimensional realm of the ascended masters and archangels and multidimensional beings, the Lyrans, the Pleiadians, the Galactic Federation, all these different collectives and beings that exist in various dimensional states, started interacting with, my life has changed completely. As John has been saying, I've had to learn to become open to what I don't know. I've had to surrender what I know for the unknown. And it might sound a little difficult for some of you, but it's really quite a beautiful thing. And every one of you has a guardian angel. Every one of you has someone in energy that wants to assist you and guide you in a way that you can understand it, in a way that makes sense to you. I mean, I could not have been given any clearer instructions than that. Then get down off the bridge, go to the payphone, call this phone number, and ask for this man. Very clear instructions. And yes, you can get very clear instructions from your guides and angels. That was outside of anything I'd known. Up to that point where I was standing on that bridge, I thought I was lower than a snake's belly in a wheel rut. I didn't think very much of myself, and that's why I was about to jump off, because I had no in my mind, I had no sense of, no thoughts, no emotions, no memories that told me I was valuable. We know that the rate of unaliving oneself, again, we can't say certain words because the algorithm will stop the process here. But that process of unaliving oneself is because one is trying to figure out who they are within a confine of information that doesn't let them see themselves as they really are. They only see themselves, as I did, as the content of that information. I believed that the information I had in my mind was all there was to who I am. And if he hadn't spoken me and given me that one set of instructions that was outside of anything I would have ever considered, it would be a very different story. We might not be having this conversation here. But I want to say thanks, John, because you've always been there for me. John, about 5 years ago, told me, William, emotion is the fifth state of energy. It's responsible for orchestrating and coordinating all physical manifestations. It's a pretty fascinating thought, isn't it? That emotion coordinates and organizes all physical manifestations. It organizes at the molecular level and then organizes everything on top of the molecular, solids, liquids, gases. They're energetically reactive and responsive to emotional energy. So John's been with me for a while. And if you want to connect to your guides and your angels and the beings that are here to really work with you and assist you and lead you into a realm of function that's in alignment with who you truly are, I highly recommend you go to my website, check out our Masterclass 101, which begins in about 6 weeks. And it will alter and change your life in the profoundest ways to learn how to connect to your guides and to your angels. It's what you deserve. You deserve to be happy and living a fulfilling life, creating a fulfilling life. You are a creator being. They always tell me that, William, you are a creating consciousness. We're not the only ones that can create. Jesus, Buddha, they all said the same thing. You are as we are. You can learn to create. Anyway, very exciting. So let's get into some Q&A here. Oh, excuse me. I just dropped something here that I need. Well, no, I don't. I can do it without them. Let's do this. Let's see, assert my will over this form. So good morning, everybody. This has been my morning communicating with my guardian angel, John, on the realm of the unknown. And we all sit on the realm that we sit at the door between the known and the unknown. And most people never open that door. Most people never open that door. Thank you for that really cool microphone. Very few people even know they're near the door. Very few people know they're near the door and they can open it. When they started teaching me 4.5 years ago what to do and how to train myself to be in vibrational alignment to their energy, to receive guidance and information, and to be a channel for that information, because that's what I am now. I'm literally a channel for this information from the unknown. Anyway, very exciting. Let's see what we got questioned. I do have to get this, guys. Excuse me. Just let me get these so I can read the very small fine print. Oh, I know. The office will be finished hopefully this week. I've been building this new office where I am, and I'm hoping to have it finished before the week's out, so that we can have not this shaking, quaking, rocking space that I'm in right now going on. So please be excited with me about the transformation and change. When new and different things happen, we should be excited and playful about it, shouldn't we? Thank you so much. Someone's saying, will I be wasting money if I take a class in sacred geometry because I'm naturally drawn to it? I'm totally like sponging up information 18 hours a day. 18 hours a day. I want to say this to you about sacred geometry. If you do not understand how to align yourself to higher information outside of what you know, sacred geometry can do that. I know Archangel Metatron talks a lot about sacred geometry, things like quadratic energy that you can access through the use of sacred geometry. In your case, you can absolutely benefit from it. But the question I have for you, do you believe that you can keep your mind quiet enough to hear the truth of what it is that's going to be presented to you? That's the question. If you cannot keep your mind quiet enough, you cannot hear. And most people are only listening, like John said, most people, I'm paraphrasing now too, most of what people hear is only what they already know. what they've read in a book, seen in a movie, what somebody's told them. Very few people know how to get that door open to the unknown. But yeah, it would certainly be of benefit to you. Will it be of great benefit to you? Yes, down the road when a few other elements of learning come into play for you. Absolutely. Absolutement. Hi, guys. Good morning. All these wonderful gifts that have been going up on TikTok. Thank you so much. Again, I'll have a different camera set up. I'm really excited about this new office, and it's going to give us a space that's a little more friendly than this one. Here we go. Inbox. Okay. There we go. There we go. Goodbye. Thank you so much. Hi, Drusilla. I'm glad you're here. Yeah, I'm excited for the new place too. We've been really excited about it. We're no longer in Toronto. A question from Daniela. Himalayan salt, sea moss, contains 85 plus trace minerals. Do my guides recommend I take this Ayurvedic cell stimulant? I get a yes for that, Daniela. I get a yes for that. It's going to amplify and augment what you're already taking. I know that Celtic sea salt also has 85 primary trace minerals in it too. But yeah, Danielle, by all means, just so you, if I look like I'm going back and forth because I'm going from YouTube to and Facebook to TikTok. Again, I'm going to have the camera set up very differently in the office. Why is Katrina so mean or jealous to me? Because she's in pain. She's in pain, and you're gracious enough to tolerate it, right? And that graciousness should only go so far, right? And it's also, she's trying to teach you whether or not you want to stay aligned to judgment or love. Do you want to stay aligned to judgment or love? What do you mean by that? They're saying that the function of love, if it is true, will assist her in surrendering her pain. You can, with the proper understanding of how to transmit love to her in words, in vibrations, you can transmit this vibration that will shift and change her out of her anger and pain. You know, those things like anger and judgment and criticism, they all come from survival, the belief that you're not going to get something. You want to get out of survival. Hi there. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm very excited about it too. We'll be able to then have structured and stable things. I want to put a lot of energy towards getting things done. Hi. Amanda's like, how close am I to the door? You've been looking through the keyhole. You're right up there. You're just now getting your hand. You're getting your hand on the doorknob. A lot of people don't understand. Again, I'm going to paraphrase here. The place where you can get your mind quiet and your body undistracted by the environment. Like right now, there's a lot of things going on around. If I shift my perception right now, I can suddenly hear all kinds of birds around me. I can hear the sound of the fan motors running. I can hear traffic in the far distance. I can hear boats out on the water. However, you learn to train your body to let all that information go, all that distraction. You pull your attention from the senses inward. So I go back inside and I access the flow of information coming into the body through the crown chakra, right? Because information can come down into the body. It can also come from other points around the body. Energy can flow into the body. But yeah, it's that's what you want to learn to do. Get the mind and body to a place where they're not keeping you stuck in what you know. And it takes a bit of practice. In our masterclass series, you will learn how to train your body and mind to be still and quiet. And we've had people come very challenged by minds that go blah, 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 all the time, who can't sleep at night or struggling, that are now getting beautiful night's sleep. They're meditating regularly. They're getting guidance and inspiration. We're working with their guides and their angels that are there to work with them. They're able to connect to family members who have left the physical dimension. When you learn to guide your mind and body rather than being subjective to them, and your world will change very, very fast. It's a beautiful thing. It really is. Congratulations, William said. William, I am connecting more than ever, but my brain is hard to still. Yeah. Here's a real quick statement for you. Watch this. Who's this? What's your name, beautiful soul? Uh, Jethry. Jethry, I think it's a Jethry. Watch this. So look at your mind. If anybody do this, if you're watching or listening, look at your mind and how active it is right now. Just observe what's going on in your mind right now. You're remembering breakfast, anticipating something, wondering about this. Just observe what's going on there. And as you observe that, I want you to think this thought and watch what happens to all that information in your mind. So ask the question now in your mind. I wonder what I will think of next. And watch what happens. And then leave a comment in the comment sections about what happened to you when you did that. What happened to your mind when you asked that question? I wonder what I'll think of next. And if that's just one of the things that they have taught us to teach others about how to train or instruct your mind into stillness. But 99.99% of the time when people ask that question of their mind, the mind goes quiet. It just goes blank. So simple. The mind is not a complex instrument like you've been lied to. Your mind is not a complex instrument. Contrary to what conventional psychiatry and psychology say, the mind is not a complex instrument. It's very simple. It's a vehicle for information and creation. That's all your mind is, a vehicle for information and creation. And it's designed by nature to follow your direction. The problem most people have is most of your life, you've received direction from the world. How to sit, how to stand, how to walk, how to talk, what to think, what to read, what to say, what to do. You've been conditioned that way from a very young age. And so most of what you think you need to change your life, you believe has to come from outside. You've never been given time or training to get your mind to be still and quiet and peaceful. And you can do that. You can get your mind to be still and quiet and peaceful. You can teach your mind that. But most humans have been trained to expect the world to make them feel a certain way. And so they're disconnected from their own ability and power to operate your own mind and no longer be subjective to it. But let me know what happened in the comment section when you did that question. Hi there. Hi. Thank you for that super sticker, Amanda. I really appreciate it. Lauren's asking, does that mean I must allow my cousin back into my life who betrayed me? No, absolutely not. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. And your situation is unique. And I can feel in your question how that goes against you. You already knew the answer before you asked the question, right? Some people you need to love from afar because they're not in a position to change who they think they are. And if a person's unwilling to change who they think they are, they're not going to change unless they make that decision. And you can try putting them in jail. You can try cutting them off. You can try and do all kinds of things to try and make a person change. It won't work. The person has to make the decision. I no longer wish to suffer. I no longer wish to be angry. I no longer wish to be fearful. I no longer wish to feel guilty. Once they start to formulate that concept, they start to consider that possibility, they'll attract situations and circumstances that will force change. And I know that from personal experience, that you will attract people, events, and circumstances that will fit exactly what you're asking for. And it's happening like that all the time anyway. All the time anyway. Did my brother forward the package I sent? I get a strong no for that. Why is Katrina so mean or jealous of me? We covered that already. Hi. Someone saying, I bought $1,800 in jewelry from the police auction. It was disappointing. Will they refund me? No, they will not. My spirit guides want me to quit my job. I'm quitting tomorrow. Nervous, and am I listening correctly? I get a strong yes that you are listening correctly, but I'm also being told to tell you, do not allow yourself to be afraid of the change that you're initiating. Get excited about the new possibilities you're now opening up to. You must remember this. A lot of people will get an inspiration. I need to leave this job. You get the idea. I want to not leave this job. And then you make the move, but then you go into say, oh, what am I going to do next? And suddenly you create an energy of fear that suddenly blocks the other pathways to what you need to go towards. So get excited. Like, go in and leave with joy and be grateful and thankful to that employer tomorrow when you decide to be joyful, because that's what you'll invite in your life, because that's what you want, isn't it? You want more joy and happiness. I mean, that's what they're telling me to tell you, is remember that. You've got to get to that place where you're attracting what you're moving towards. You want to move towards a happier, more fulfilling life. Again, you can take our masterclass series. We got 4 masterclass that we've been given to teach. And what you want to learn to do is how to master your thinking mind and your body to the degree that you're able to at this level. Learn how to let go of old emotions. Learn how to get into the energy and deliberate function of creation. We're in the middle of our masterclass 103 called Creation, and we're having people get all kinds of wonderful results where they're literally manifesting what they're putting on a series of a list of things they've decided to manifest during the course. And you start to see how creation works around you. You know, you might be wanting more money and suddenly start finding dimes and quarters around. That's the beginning of the bigger picture. There's different ways that the environment will react and respond to you. And we're in the middle of that process of Masterclass 103 creation. And we got 104 Masterclass coming up in about 2 weeks' time, which is all on transcendence, where you're at the point now where you realize I can create what I need to create. I now want to connect to the greater consciousness, the greater love, the divine, if you want to use that term, and how to do that. Very fascinating. Hi there. My partner is next to me. Can you please give him a message? His name is Anthony. Anthony, let go of the despair. It's not who you are. You're carrying the emotional despair from somebody else. You're carrying an emotional despair that is not yours. You need to release it from your body. Right? I would encourage you to consider booking a reading with me one-on-one, because there's a whole bunch of other elements that are connected to that emotional despair, which is not yours. It's an emotion that was given to you, projected onto you. It happens to a lot to people, especially in the formative years where the environment is projecting thoughts, ideas, and emotional energy into the body of the children, and the children embody what they're being projected with. A lot of people don't realize what you project onto a child, they'll accept as true, even if it's not, right? Which is unfortunate. Most people don't understand that simple thing. But Anthony, you need to release that despair. The despair is not who you are. The despair is not who you are. Right. Yeah, I also have some guy named Jack here with me too. I don't know why he's here, but some guy named Jack is with me. Hello, William. Step down from my job. Was it the right choice? Hi, Tiffany. You already know it was the right choice. Why would you think otherwise? You are a creator being. If you doubt yourself, you cast doubt into the process of creation that you initiated when you decided to leave. Your initial decision was right and good and sound for you. And because you're concerned about the monetary elements of it right now, you're beginning to doubt. The minute you start letting doubt in, a different creative process based on the doubt begins to be brought into the process. Surrender the energy of doubt. In our Masterclass 102, we instruct people literally how to release old emotions from the body so that they don't impede your creative process in this world. If you're holding on to anger, it's going to inhibit you from doing certain things. If you're holding on to sadness or shame, they're going to cause certain functions of action through your body. If you do not know how to release, transform, or transmute certain emotional qualities, then they will continue to govern your life. And you'll continue to go, why is this happening to me? And it's not because there's anything wrong with you. It's only because you don't understand how to shift the energy that's underlying in the physiology and psychology of your mind. You haven't learned how to change or release those old emotions. Yeah, go to my website, williammichaelforbes.com, and check out what we're actually doing. So Danny's saying, my mind went blank. Nature saying nothing happened. Wonderful. Thank you. Hi there. Spirit guides want, oh, you already got to that. William, you inspire me. Thank you for teaching us. You're very, very welcome, Kathy. It's an honor and a privilege. It truly is. Thank you for subscribing on TikTok. I really appreciate it. Thank you for supporting the channel. It all helps out so much. Some people on TikTok now saying, quiet, quiet. My mind went quiet. I thought of the sea. LOL. You got this. That's right. So that statement, that was pretty cool. Yeah, it is pretty cool when you just a little tiny thing. That's just one small thing that they teach us in the courses, the ascended masters, the other beings that channel through me. That's just one of the small things that they've taught in the course about how to interact with your mind to change it to be in alignment to what you really need it to be. To imagine that you can get your mind to be quiet that quickly just with a single thought. I wonder what I'll think of next. Just that thought. And your mind goes blank. So that moment your mind goes blank, that is evidence and proof to you that you can get your mind to be still and quiet. And once you can get your mind to be still and quiet, then you'll gain access to what you do not know. And you need to have access to information you don't know in order to change what you have been experiencing from what you do know. Thank you for that cosmic galaxy. I really appreciate that. That's really wonderful. You guys on YouTube and Facebook, some of these things on TikTok are pretty fascinating. The symbols and things pop up. Yes. For those of my patrons, we will be resuming the normal Patreon live schedule on the 7th of June. And for our tier 2 patrons, you'll have the 7th of June and the 21st of June next month. And thank you guys, all my patrons. Thank you for your support. I really appreciate it. Again, it keeps things moving forward. Someone's saying, I have cured people. I see. Okay. That's what we're going to be. Combined with some, mute account. There we go. Just for now. Here we go. Me to quiet. I'm at a crossroads with my career. Any ideas on what path I should be taking? I'm Jen. Hi, Jen. I like the Bruce Wayne pseudonym for you, Jen. I'm seeing the lotus. Like I'm getting this beautiful image, like a pond filled with lotuses. Some of them are tightly closed, some of them are wide open, some of them are somewhere in between. There's pink lotuses, there's red lotuses, there are even green lotuses, but they're all in this pond going through various stages of opening. That's what I'm being given for you, Jen. That's the image I've been giving. So contemplate that image. I'm told to tell you to contemplate that image. Like close your eyes and observe a pond with all these different colored lotuses at different stages of, yes, I will. I'm being told to tell you that that image that was given to me to give to you is a metaphor that contains a structure of energy that will stimulate the information and direction you need. That to contemplate, to meditate upon this image will give you the energetic impulse to shift and change the direction you're going to correctly. The information you require will come from within the structure of that image, the vibrational structure of that image. The image contains information. Just like number sequences contain information. For those of you who get a lot of number sequence like 777, 1111, it's not the phenomena of the numbers that your guides and angels want you to pay attention to. It's what does the number communicate as an energy? What is the feeling? What is the information that moment of information is trying to communicate to you? And a lot of people get all these phenomena happening, but they don't have the ability to interpret the message of information contained within the structure of the symbol, right? Which is sequences of number, images like Jen just got right now. the image of the lotuses in very different colors and on this pond filled with these things, that image contains information that she's requested. And so too, for those of you that are, finding things or suddenly a bird symbol, don't get caught up in the symbol itself. A lot of you are doing that. You're getting caught up in the symbols. It's what is the information that is being transmitted through the symbol? So say a blue jay suddenly appears in front of you. Say a blue jay suddenly appears in front of you. Don't get, wow, a blue jay. What is the feeling, the information that is communicating to you? Feel that information. And the moment you start to do that, the moment you start to sense what is the information, the energy being communicated to me from it, you'll get information that will come to you in the way that you can receive it. Again, in our masterclass series, you can learn how to hear very differently than you do. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Someone says, my mind got really quiet when I did that. You're very welcome, Lauren. Hi there. Amanda's just saying your classes have changed my life. Yeah, thank you so much, Amanda. Drusilla. Yeah. Yes, I have a message for you. Please be patient with me. I will call you directly after this live event because there's some information I want to give you that I'm not going to give you here right now. So please bear with me. Just let you do have a connection with the Arcturians. Yes, you do. I'm going to repeat that. Yes, you do have a connection with the Arcturians. Leslie's asking, hi, William and company. How will that security of videotape be brought to light? You need to ask. You need to ask and command that it be brought to light. The individual or individuals that are able to bring it to light shall bring it to light. Remember those words, the individual and individuals that can bring this videotape to light shall bring it to light. Remember that phrase and repeat it. Repeat that phrase a few times. Thank you so much. Hi there, guys. Thank you for the roses. Really appreciate it. Hi. I think we're almost done for today. I got an office that's partly built that I want to finish, and I'm really excited about it. Having a new space to broadcast through that we created. Very fun. Van Twinkle's asking, hi, can I get a name for my guardian? And who is Lucy? And if John can tell me where my wallet is, I'm so happy. I have a few bucks to leave a tip today. Hi, Van Twinkle. I know. Don't worry about that. That's not what it's about here. Although I do appreciate your tips. I do appreciate your super chats. I do appreciate you liking and subscribing. But as any of you that have been here long enough know that we answer many, many, many questions. And there's no expectation, but it's always, if you can return a value for value given, it is always and shall always be appreciated. Thank you so much. Now, let's get into these. Lucy, I have no connection to the energy of that being Lucy. As to a name for your guardian angel, I'm not getting anything. I get this letter E. That's all I'm getting is an E. Just that one letter, E, and it's big, bold letter, E. And John is saying to me about your wallet, fear not. Fear not. Let go of the fear of the wallet, and it shall be returned to you in proper order. You must release the fear. Keep in mind, yeah, I will. I want to share something with you. So about 3 years ago, I lost my cell phone with all my bank cards and stuff and identification, driver's license inside with my cell phone. And for about a minute and a half, I was like, oh my God, what happened? I got to find my phone. And then John came into me and he said, your phone, the phone And all those things inside the phone, with the phone, are not who you are. Those things do not represent who you are. They're just not that important. And you'll get them back very quickly. And I went, that's true. That telephone, all those cards and birth certificate and all that, that's not who I am. And all the fear and frustration around not having the phone just vanished. And literally, I had all the things back, not those things. I had to get new ones, but I got them all back within 24 hours. I was surprised that my driver's license came in the mail as quickly as it did. Like within 24 hours, everything had been replaced. And it was just simply the designation for this body. The identity of your wallet is not who you are. It's just simply information that lets you fit into a certain structure of existence here. I'm not going to get into that too far right now, but I think we're almost, I think you're amazing too, beautiful soul. Why do I feel like a loser lately? Again, those are emotions that you're identifying with because there's a part of you that's been wanting to do something that you're not fulfilling. There's something that you're not fulfilling, okay? That part that feels like a loser is trying to tell you what it needs to be and do. Close your eyes, get close to it, and ask it, what is it you need to do? What does it need to be? Don't attack it. Stop attacking that part of yourself. If you're going to do anything with it, at least say, no matter how you feel, I love you. Turn your attention to that part that feels like a loser and say, no matter how you feel, I love you anyway. Just think those thoughts, that part that feels like a loser. No matter how you feel, I love you anyway. And just repeat that gently and slowly to that part and watch what happens to it. And leave a comment in the comment section. Hopefully before we go, you can do that. Yes. Yeah, Van Twinkle, E is the only letter I got for your guardian angel. And he's only one of 4 that you have, I'm being told. Is there a meaning to dreaming of a brown bison that was getting its fur shaved? The meaning is very intimate to you. You realize it has nothing to do with the brown bison. It's literally you shedding the old self. You're literally at the point where it's time for you to release the old self. It's time to release the old self. Again, if you want, you can book a reading with me and go into some really deep detail around what that release looks like and what it is you have the opportunity to move towards, because it's a really wonderful opportunity for you. Thank you. Someone's saying my TikTok is off. Yeah, my TikTok went off for about 2 seconds. It seems to be back on right now. Yeah, it seems to be back on right now. Hi. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm using a different system for internet now. And it seems I think the systems of this various systems of satellites are having difficulty, right, with keeping up with this intense ascension energy that's been bombarding the planet. I just applied for a patient advocate. How and when will I hear back from them? Within 72 hours, you'll be hearing from them. They'll give you the help that you need. Thank you so much. Hi, guys. Hi there. Thank you for the likes. Look at all the likes we got today, 12,000. Yeah, it is exciting with the new office. I'm really looking forward to it. Oh, Diane, thank you for that super chat. Really appreciate that. She's asking for the names of her guides and a message if possible. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for the super chat too, Drusilla. So, Diane, names of Diane's guide. The first name I'm getting is Newton, Alexander, Janvier, Janvia. She's female. Those are the 3 names I'm getting right now. Write them down. Yeah, Janvier is saying that she's been waiting a long time for you to hear her. Speak her name and feel her presence. Speak her name and feel her presence. How do I get those yellow messages? A down blocking views. I'm not sure what you're referring to. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Wonderful. Love that. Can I hear from my mom? Yeah, Star Bernice. I'm just going to say it the way I'm hearing it, okay? She's saying, my dear child, don't be afraid anymore. She's using the term baby. You're my baby. Do not be afraid anymore. You're not alone. You're, she says you're more than able and capable of living your life happily. You're more than capable of living your life happily. She's saying you'll connect again in another life. You will connect again physically in another life. But she's with you energetically now. You need to get that. You need to feel that. Hi. Hi, Amber. Will Evan return what he stole from me? Oh, here we go again. It's gonna. It says, oh, there we go. I had to put some screen thing on, put a puzzle piece in place. Will Evan return to me what he took from me, and why did he take it? It's something you need to be unattached to. It's his way of energetically holding on to you. It's his way of energetically holding on to you. It's his way of energetically holding on to you. Let it go. I'm being told to tell you, let it go. Let the thing go. Let that whole situation go so the new door can open. That's what all he's trying to do, is keeping you stuck. Let it go so the new door will open for you. And it will. It'll open really quickly. Once you release your attachment to having to have that thing. Release your attachment to the things. A lot of people are so attached to things that they don't find real meaning in life. Things don't give you meaning in life. Like if things were that, look at this, if I move this table slightly, everything shakes here, right? That doesn't matter to me. I want it to be neat and clean. I want you to have a good experience. But what's really important is what we're sharing. It's more important than the trappings and how it looks. Too much manipulation on this planet about making things look and sound and feel a certain way to make people be the way that they want you to be. That's not what we're about. We're about you becoming who you are, not manipulating into being something that you're not. I'm just curious, is there any message from my father? Hi, Casey. I don't know why, but then he's giving me the name Babe Ruth. He's giving me the name Babe Ruth. And it's it's in big, bold, black and white letters. They're black letters with a white outline around them. Babe Ruth. So whatever that means to you, let us know in the comments what that means to you. But yes, I will. It's like he wants trying to getting like a slap from behind. I heard somebody talking about slap from behind yesterday. A thwack. It's like that. Hi. There we go. There we go again. I'm very persistent. Do you have a message from my brother, please? Yep. That was an interesting sound. Never heard that sound before. Thank you so much for that. Okay, I got time for one more question on YouTube and Facebook and one more question on TikTok. Oh, you're very welcome. My name is Silvana. Is there a message from my brother? Yes. I don't know. He says he holds on to you tightly with his love. He says if I'm showing you how I'm feeling what he's communicating, he holds you strong in his love. He wants you to know that he holds you strong in his love, so that you can be strong in yours. I don't want her to be dependent on my love, because her love is strong too. She held me in her love as well. That's really beautiful. Yeah. So yeah, you held him in your love as he holds you in his love. Thank you, Silvana, for sharing that with us. I really appreciate that. And I thank your brother as well. Thank you. No, I just get E. I just get E. That's the only thing that came through. I'm not attached to whether it's right or wrong or not right or wrong. I'm simply in a process of evolving as a spiritual medium as well. Like any profession you go into, there's a process of evolution that happens through allowing and experiencing what you're exposing yourself to, whether you're being a brain surgeon or a car mechanic. The level of proficiency increases with the application of the process. And I'm by no stretch the word what I would consider to be one of the best mediums in the world. But I'm certainly believe that I'm very good at it to the degree that I am. Yeah. I wish I was your neighbor. I'd come help you in your office. I love carpentry. I've been considering a class. Well, you'll be seeing it in before the week's out. I hope to have it all done. And so I'm not a carpenter either, but both myself and my beautiful partner Norma, we've been working on this now for well, we started it last year, but we had to leave for Mexico, and then we got back, and now we're in the last stages of it. We got the finer parts of cabinetry slowly being mastered. Very exciting process. I encourage you, do new things, do things you've never done before, and learn. It's a very exciting process, and it's a great way to kick your ego out of the way. Right? Fear is always going to try and stop you. I love all of you guys. Thank you so much for coming out today. Thank you for the likes. We just shot up like to 4,000, 5,000 new likes on TikTok. Thank you very kindly. Yeah, I appreciate that. Is Master Maitri still with me? Yes, Micah. Master Maitri is with you. He said, yeah, they, yes. He said it's very important that you listen for him in the silence. Go to the quiet place. He says you spend too much time in your head. He says you spend too much time in your head and then you can't hear very much there. And, go back to John's message earlier about you can only hear the truth outside of what you know. You must go to the unknown to find the truth that you don't know. I love that. That's really cool. Thank you, Danielle. I really appreciate it. That's very kind of you to say that. I'm truly grateful to hear that. So everybody, listen, have yourselves a wonderful day. And please remember, today is a brand new day. And now is a brand new moment. And that's true all of the time. I hope you remember that. I wish you all much, much love. Have yourselves a wonderful and a joyful day. And I will see you guys on the Friday edition of Shortcuts to Your Soul. And for those of you on TikTok, I'll see you guys tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For those of you that want to know more about our courses and classes, please go to my website, williammichaelforbes.com. Go to the shop or courses section and look at our upcoming classes and courses. They're very exciting and they will change your life. Also, if you want to book a one-on-one reading, because when you ask a question, you get a question answered. It's only a small sliver of a big packet of information that it's not respectful to everybody else to go into a full reading process live. Although we will bring people on live on TikTok on Thursday evenings, we'll bring people live on TikTok and we'll do miniature readings live on TikTok, and you get a chance to really see how they work through me with other people. It's a beautiful thing to watch. I want to wish you all much love. Have yourselves a wonderful and a joyful day, and I will see you guys on Friday. Bye for now.